Yucks, thanks for the sub. Thanks a lot. Live.
No reason to pause.
You are my favorite egg.
Oh, the waiting's never fun. Let's have some fun. Need that. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I will resist.
Into the fray!
Mirror image spell failed. Elder Rock.
Prepare yourself.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Fuck. Spores.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Spores.
No time for debates.
Oh my god, you have an end. Buffing it. No. You won't. Spam, spam.
Out of my sight.
Spam, spam.
Rules are made to be broken.
Demons land on a rock with one heavy thud after another, the sound merging it in an unending barrage. More and more fiends appear around you. Many of them are twitching, convulsing, their heads rolling on their necks like they've been stunned. Their disgusting flesh bursts open before your eyes, and strange crystals grow from the wounds. I'm gonna kill my cat. And you are Zanedra, a well-built female cultist, gives you a mocking salute. How goes it, Crusader? Don't you feel a little out of your depth here? We were wandering around the sanctum looking for the thing that makes the demon stronger. Zentir, the plagued one, gathered up all the fiends he could and performed the ritual on all of them. He was in haste, take proper care. So a few of the demons died in the process. It makes no difference, even you with your powers stand no chance against this army. Lawful requires a mythic path. Going to fight till the end no matter what happens. Don't start celebrating before the fight's even won. You're gonna wanna embarrass yourself. Enough chit chat. If you wanna fight, get on with it. Let me enjoy your stupidity and helplessness just a little longer. No business. Looks like we're done for. This fearsome horde is going to overwhelm us at any moment. I'm so afraid I can barely stand or hold my sword. Scylla barks a laugh, piercing the cultist with a glare. Not afraid, Paladin? You should be. Or is your light? All I can see is darkness close again. The cultist's words are drowned out by the resounding call of the war horn. Dismay ripples through the demon's host. And a moment later, everything around you is filled with a blinding light. Ah, the hand of the inheritor. Ah!
In the name of Iomedae, I say to you fiends, flee, for you will find no mercy here. Forge onward to your enemy, champion, and have no fear. The warriors of heaven will keep the monsters from your back.
Ah.
The hand of the inheritor! Here! Damn it all! You'll answer for this some other time! I will defend my dream.
Very cool part. Very cool part. There was one thing to craft and I had to get some animosi travisi for this fight, I guess.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
What's the point? What is the point? Would you mind explaining me the point of this?
Move out.
You require my unbiased opinion? Nice try. Didn't work though.
Head on.
Let's go! Enough chit chat. If you wanna fight, get on with it. This is such a great part.
In the name of Iomedae, I say to you fiends, flee, for you will find no mercy here. Forge onward to your enemy champion, and have no fear. The warriors of heaven will keep the monsters from your back.
The hand of the inheritor! Here! Damn it all! You'll answer for this some other time!
They will break against our resolve.
It's supposed to be Vrak. Yeah, I killed the Vrak in Molten Core. I did. Mythic Vrak. Mythic Dretch. Glabrezio. Mythic Contaminator. Alright.
Did you see that?
The bridge fight. Yet. I hope I can do it without buffs though.
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
So far we're good. Menu grew large. What the fuck? It's contaminated. Need more buffs for this. At least through sight.
Mind over muscle.
Yeah. I'll need buffs.
This ought to leave a bruise.
A bit more buffs. Just a tad bit more. You get the free XP.
The mongrel did it.
She rests his back.
Move out!
Blood rain.
You called?
Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi.
Are we ready to move out?
No, the world's not ending just yet.
No reason to pause.
All this waiting bores me.
Ugh, the waiting's never fun.
I will help where I can.
Always be ready
Miss
for
me
the
already.
worst.
I shall not be swayed from my path. Anything new?
I welcome your company.
You require my unbiased opinion?
I'm all ears.
Rules are made to be broken.
We will win this war.
Battles await.
Fucking fight.
Head on! None shall escape!
Loaded him with Phantasma. Holy shit, for real. You got crit that hard.
This'll leave a bruise.
Dear God, that Glabrezo is level 40. It's a net. What happened with the angel?
I lead, you follow.
Laboratory. As long as I can come back to the previous maps and loot all of those items. What the fuck? I bloody knew it, there was something on the right corner of the map. I fucking knew it. This is a boss. Zentir Wang. Arise and fight in the name of the Scurry, of Baphomet, or whoever you please. I command you defend my laboratory. Mirror image. Feckless, useless morons, surrounded by idiots. What have I done to deserve this? What crime have I committed that the universe would punish me so? Mr. Swarm that walks. I ask you a question in the interest of science. Aren't locals generally afraid of sparrows? In your position, I would have thought it more sensible to turn into a flock of sparrows. But then you have to worry about cats. Don't care to command. I don't like this one, he reminds me of the bladesmith who tortured me. He was an arrogant swine too, but he never berated and yelled at folk. He spoke so softly, deliberately, every word dripping with venom. Zantir, the plagued one, you're the one who has been imbuing demons with powers never been seen on Golarion. I've come to stop you. Say nothing. I'd have bloody done it myself. I would have had to supervise the accursed idiots. Figure in the hooded robe slowly turns around. Its face and hands are a breathing mess of locusts. If you listen closely, you can hear the rhythmic rasping of a little feet and wings rubbing against each other. I despise my idiot students who cannot even take a single step without an order from me. I despise demons, self-satisfied imbeciles who prefer to tear hunks of flesh from each other than carry out my instructions. I despise the Scurry and Baphomet for forcing me to work with them. I despise you, Wendell. You came into my laboratory, smashing up my specimens and interfering with my work. Away with you. Get out now.
I will defend my dream.
Zentir Wang. Under mirror image. Neutral level 18. Very low will, very low spell resist. Let's try without buffs. I mean, without new buffs, because already some of them expired. I can easily rest also before the boss too. If Phantasmal pass, he's dead. Demons do not fight, only Xantir.
Take you!
Weird. You got lucky. Whack it, who gives a fuck. Whack him again. Baleful Golem. Hey, you polymorph Diran. He still has an aura. The fuck now? Okay, now the second round with demons. Mythic Baba, Mythic Dretch, Mythic Shear, Distorted Mythic Shear.
Run them through!
And the swarms. Yeah, oh, I polymorphed my Diran. How long are you polymorphed? Permanent. Remove curse. I think I got some remove curse spells. Scrolls. Oh shit, who's gonna find them? Remove blindness. Remove disease. Shit. There should be a freaking search engine. You type what you like and it's out. Remove fear, remove disease, remove curse. They should have a search engine. Man, that's a lot of locusts. The fuck? Why it didn't work? I to hell with this shit. Okay, we did that, Diran. Let's see the fight. I'm way too lazy to search for it. I have good cold case. All of that could have been applied. Baba. Fine, if you want it like that, not a problem. CD Projekt Red is dead. If you didn't know, they're dead. I already was speaking about it a few days ago. Out of from top 5 devs, no, top 6 devs, 5 quit it way before Cyberpunk was released. And out of 300 devs that worked on Witcher 3, only 90 of them remained. CD Projekt Red is gone. Witcher is gone. That company is completely ruined.
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre.
So just forget about it.
Is more bloody and performed with pinkies out.
All this waiting.
Rely on me.
Missed me already.
I'm all ears.
You require my unbiased opinion?
I will prove my worth.
A bright future awaits us.
None shall escape!
The fuck, you hate Diran so much with that polymorph. to Dira.
Into the fray! The inheritor! Guide my blade!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I will resist!
That's mom.
You won't survive me.
Prepare yourself.
Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. Nothing without Diran, man. Nothing without Diran. most irritating fight I've seen in a game is this one. By far.
Out of my sight!
Dear. What the fuck have you turned into? He's immune to magic missiles, I'm quite sure of it. Try with Phantasmal, doesn't work. Shambling mount. Overkill. Good on the first attempt, very good. Zentir drops to his knees for a few drawn-out seconds. All you can hear is the rustling of the locust shifting under his robe, the sound suddenly morphing into rasping, unnatural laughter. Who could have predicted that the Wendell, my enemy, and the enemy of my masters would be the one to rid me of my excruciating servitude? You're an unforeseen, unknown quantity that has solved the impossible equation. Such an elegant and simple solution to all my problems. The eerie laughter dies away as quickly as it came. Xantir lifts his head and looks out at you from the locust's worn face. You earned the reward. I know why you're here and what you seek. You destroyed my laboratory, stood in the way of science, and halted my demon transformation experiments. But I doubt you know the source of Mahindrian crystals necessary for the process. I will show you the path to the truth, Vendel, but first you must answer two of my questions. Arushali reaches out to touch your elbow, but drops her hand halfway. Instead of touching you, she whispers fearfully. What did he do to himself? What did he turn himself into? It's not even a demon. It's an abomination that would sicken even the denizens of the abyss. An abomination, you stupid succubus. I received reports about your attempts to change your nature. Do you think your experiments are any less disgusting than mine? Besides, we reject shame. In the world wound, everything is in a constant flux. And it is glorious. Such a pity that we'll not have a worthy chronicler, no matter what the outcome. The brainless mortals will scribe down symbolic accounts that could apply to any war. But this war is truly a story of grand metamorphosis. A flourishing land had become a wasteland. A mortal has become a swarm of insects. And a demon seeks to ingratiate herself with the crusaders and flirts with a commander like a besotted shepherdess. I'm not I didn't. She hides her face in utter humiliation. Why are you so sure that I don't have that information already? Doubting my intellect is a foolish move. If you already knew the truth, you would have directed your efforts to destroying my supply routes, not breaking into my laboratory. Why do you think I'll believe you? Because it's the logical thing to do. What motive do I have for concealing information that you will inevitably learn from the notes scattered around my laboratory? Furthermore, I would very much like to see your face as enlightenment dawns. Ask your questions. Name the location of my laboratory before I was forced to reallocate to the hospitable ivory sanctum. Kenabres. Stupidity and ignorance are at the very top of the list of your failings. I'm ashamed you can be defeated by such a weak-minded creature. I was simply given the answer, but do not feel any sense of pride that you obtained it so easily. I hope you have wits enough to realize that it is not cause for pride, but for endless shame. Know this, I've been acquiring the Nahidrian crystals from the Midnight Fane, a shrine located deep under Dresden. Really? What is it like to realize that the enemy has all this time been concealed in the bowels of your very own fortress? Don't bother answering. It was a rhetorical question. Now let us finish this vandal, end my existence and free me from the burden of carrying out the orders of idiot masters and offending my eyes by the sight of their feckless followers. What's a minding midnight pain, and how the demons managed to hide it from me? Maybe it is worth lingering in this world's surprising, incomprehensible phenomenon. I regret that I will not be able to study it under laboratory conditions. Below Dresden, where the power of the Sword of Valor cannot reach, there is a place where the abyss and the material plane meet. It is where Lady Arillo opened one of her rifts, creating a direct route to the abyss. That is where the Nahidrian crystals are coming from. The rift leads to, I suppose I don't want to spoil a surprise, Wendell. You do so love surprises after all. Why didn't the demons attack Dresden from the inside, given that they had access? Such an attack will reveal the secret of Midnight Fane to the Crusaders. It has no right to fail. Unfortunately, you impressed Darazan so much during the battle for Dresden that he lost all courage. I'm sure you will meet him in Fane, aggrandizing himself at the expense of whoever happens to be around. What a laughing stock. However, sooner or later he will certainly try to attack Dresden from the inside. He's more afraid of the Scari than you. What are Nahidrian crystals? Special keys that can, with the proper handling and after tedious ritual, awaken mythic power in a demon. The process was discovered and developed by the great Arilu Warlash, my mentor. She calls it transformation. Those that have undergone it are called mythic demons, for their powers truly deserve to be glorified in myth. Are you that eager to die? Why should I even answer your question? Why stay on my final transition into blissful oblivion? I will answer you, but only out of my own curiosity. I want to see what intrigues a lowly creature such as yourself. Have you seen my underlings, my so-called students? What, I ask you, can they hope to learn from me? Buffoons. That's what they are. A pathetic parody of scholarly devotion. They hear my words, but they do not understand them. Mindless fanatics and cultists, idiots besieging me with their endless questions. Killing them is pointless. I cannot banish them or use them as the test subjects, because as soon as one dies, two more sprout in their place. And the demons I'm forced to work with, they're unable to fulfill even the simplest of instructions. All their tiny minds can think about is how to chew one another to pieces. Darazan, Minyago, Jeribet, they all started plotting against me as soon as I took up my post. How am I to work under these conditions? I'm surrounded by utter morons. My only ambition has been to study the sciences, to discover secret truths, but instead I've been obliged to manage a herd of brainless animals. Found myself at a dead end. Cannot abandon everything and leave. I will only be exchanging life in this unbearable place for life among nameless ruins. Constantly aware that my former masters could find me and exact retribution. Could hardly continue my work without my laboratory. You've given me a way out, Vendel, a place where only peace awaits me, where I will have no students or masters. Death. I am tired. Who are you, Zenturbine? I'm a higher being. I surpassed my mortal shell, discarded it. Transform myself like a larva, becoming a locust. My loyal service to the dark arts has not gone unrewarded. Lord Baphomet and Beskari both gave me their consideration. I earned respect on this side of the world wound, and the only person whose respect I have not won is my mentor, Arilu Warlash. That is all that is permissible for you to know. How did you achieve this state?
Pay attention.
What the fuck? I won't be telling you anything. Did not spend years conducting research, carrying out experiments and studying forbidden tech just to give it all away to some vandal. The sacrifices I've made, the impossible truths my mind has had to encompass, the Scari's philosophy, Baphomet's sophistry, Archegals, riddles, the nebulous ravings of lesser-known demons such as Insignia. You probably never even heard these names before. It's enough that you have managed to get your hands on my notes. They say there is no king's road to knowledge, but for vandals there isn't so much as a dirt track. If you want to achieve what I have, then follow the path I had to take every single step. What's with all the questions we already know about this freak to destroy him once and for all? The best thing for everyone is if the knowledge of how he came to be like dies with him. Do not ask him about this, there are paths of which it is best not to know. What this man has done is more frightening than anything I've seen, than anything I've done to others. I beg you, do not look into how Xantir Vang fell. This knowledge is a danger to your soul. What is it like being a swarm? It's impossible to explain to someone who has not made the same exalted journey. Endless bliss, endless splendor, endless solitude. Among the lower creatures, there is no one who can understand me now. What do you know about Arilu Warlash? She's my mentor, although she's never given me the slightest recognition. It was she who invented the method for transforming demons using the Nahindrian crystals. Admiration, envy, and hurt all vied for dominance in Xantir's voice. She's the best of all humans and demons, a true scientist, pioneer, architect of the world wound. It's ironic that both of the Abyss' finest scientific minds were mortals once, isn't it? She's a true scientist. I wholeheartedly agree with every word the swarm says. Go easy with the praise there, friend. Arilu is a criminal, whichever way you slice it, and your gushing compliments about her puts her on the same level. Me on the same level as Arilu Warlash, one of her devoted followers. What a lovely thing to say. Thank you. What can you tell me about Jeribet? A troublesome gnat who thinks herself the queen of this dung heap. She hates me for usurping her in the sanctum. She doesn't dare to go against the others of Baphomet and his daughter Hevzamira. Jeribet is known quantity, and a negligible one at that. I don't wanna kill you, Xantir, or kill Xantir. I'll put an end to your existence. I'll put an end to your existence. Farewell, Vandal. I would thank you if I hated you any less than my master. May Baphomet and the Scary burn, and may you burn with them.
History of ourselves?
Insta level. A lot of experience, really a lot. And we're finally level 14. Oh man, what the fuck now? Thanks, Street, thanks. We're not done yet, there's more to this one. On the nature of divine, can a mortal become a god? Scabbard.
The mongrel did it.
A magic sarcophagus with a tight-fitting lid. The low-caste creature can sleep inside it, unafraid that the swarm will disperse.
Call me again if you need to.
Touch of mercy. +4 bleeding. Insta kill an enemy below 80 hit points. That's a scimitar. Falcon. Holy shit, man.
Together we stand.
Zentir Wang's notes. A hefty notebook in a thick leather cover, every inch of which has been nibbled on by insects. The dark streaks of dried blood on a binding. Document inside in small, precise handwriting are the experiments of Zentir Wang. The records mostly describe complex magical processes, the deciphering of which would take several days at least, but there are scattered passages written in less esoteric language. Telepathy, a dead end. I need a way to control the insects directly, with my will alone, bypassing conscious thought entirely. Parasitism, symbiosis. Test subject skin is gradually ingested, replaced by the swarm. Result is failure, but I stop them from eating through tissue. What is flesh? What is a body part? Planting larvae in the fatty tissues under the effect of the indecipherable. The test subjects report pain when the hatching insects pierce through. The next step is to test it on myself. Gradual amputation of the left hand, phalanx by phalanx. Focus on phantom pains. Success, the locust takes forms of fingers. Only half of the fourth and all of the fifth finger for now. The locusts are still incompletely responsive to my will, but enough to be able to write this with my new hands. The next problem, the brain. Disperse cognition, removing consciousness to the astral plane. The test subject retains awareness when locust replaces. He replaced his brain with locusts. Success vision of extreme reaching spell. Smoky. Glitter dust. Old Grimoire. Grants its owner 3 slots for 1 level spells, 2 for 2, 2 for 3. Invest intelligence +6. Holy shit.
Ready to move out?
Are you shitting me? 30 + 10. Ninio is extremely strong right now. Extremely strong. Man, you just keep it and she's gonna have additional scrolls. Yeah?
Oh, yes. What?
Question is who I wanna give it to. What the fuck was this?
Anything new?
Student of the great Zentir, the plagued one. New guy and his bloody candle stopped me from sleeping again last night. He's trying to get the grips with the ritual before the more advanced students. We'll see how well he studies after I chuckled all his candles in the latrine. Yesterday, overloading crystals into the machine, our teacher watched our every movement, and no wonder none of us have successfully performed the transformation ritual without his oversight. The new boy opened his gob to say something, but the plagued one shut him up quick, by sending one of his locusts under the new boy's skin. No time for chit-chat when you're working with Ahindrian crystals. They're worth as much as diamonds, and they're delivered here straight from the abyss. Everything was going fine except the person in charge of the ritual supplies turned out to be an idiot, like all others before him. He forgot to do a quality check on our prime ingredient. Crystals can vary in quality and transformation requires flawless specimens. One time some lump and dull-looking crystal found its way into the machine. The machine broke down and the subject was blown to pieces. The Plagued One was raging. Once he'd calmed down and kicked the surviving students out of the lab, we were down by 4. Pity we didn't lose more. I really should smother an extra few of them some night when I get the chance. But I'll go to that later. Sometimes I think that what we're trying to do here is pointless. You have to actually be Xantir the Plagued One to remember all the details and nuances of the transformation ritual. It's bad enough having to check the crystals, never mind having to hold in your mind all the correct proportions and the minute calibrations of the machines. So far, not one of even the advanced students has completed the transformation process successfully. The demons come out broken, mad, or lame. Maybe I should sneak into the Plague One's study again and read through his papers. Maybe I'll find something I can use as a crib notes. Because I prepare in advance, I don't need to quick cast spells at all during combat. If I'm not prepared before I enter the combat, it's a lost.
Move out!
Okay, what I wanna also do, I wanna have a save so I can try Xantir Vang on Unfair. And I believe it's this one. We're gonna try him for sure on Unfair too. I started earlier, so it's not even 12. I plan to play at least 4 or 5 more hours. If I want to fight on Unfair, I'll need to rest. There is no other way. Xantir Vang. We're gonna test Unfair, but not immediately. I have a manual save. I wanna explore and see what I got. Did I like the dungeon? Probably the best dungeon in the game so far. A lot of work was put into this one. The amount of detail is also amazing. Look at the skulls. Amazing amount of detail. Everywhere. Look at the chandelier. Amazing game, to be honest. Amazing game. If you stop and pay attention to details, there's a lot of details. A fucking lot. Jerry Bet's room. I bloody knew it was a hidden door. You remember when I said it, like 3-4 hours ago? That's a hidden door. And the keys for this crap, yeah. Area exit. Is that it though? What happens where the angels were? I don't wanna leave those angels behind, by the way. Run, you fools. Let us see.
Ready.
I'm always open to ideas.
Look, I paid $100 for it with the all upcoming DLCs on a pre-order. This game, for the amount of time I'm gonna spend into it, is easily worth $300. What happened with those angels? There you are! Haha, was hoping to find it.
I'll come to Dresden as soon as I can, and we can talk then. Forgive me for not congratulating you on your victory as I ought to, champion. My brothers and sisters in arms need help. I'll come to Dresden. Forgive me for not congratulating you on your victory as I ought to, champion. Move out. My brothers and sisters in arms need help.
Did I kill Jerrybeth? Oh, I killed her yesterday, I think.
The mongrel did it.
What is the point of this? Where is the point of this? Why on fucking earth is this shit here if there is nothing? Jerrybeth was extremely easy, both on hard and unfair. At least for me it was extremely easy with this team. We didn't get a mythic level. I expected a mythic level. I really expected a mythic level. Yeah, they nerfed unfair, and what's the point of it? I suffered through it when the game was out in vanilla version. Okay, what's the point of nerfing unfair now? Like, I give a fuck right now. The most disgusting parts, I had to do them on unfair. Bullshit. What's with the army now? The fuck is this? Are you shitting me? Do you know my second run when I start on unfair? It's really gonna be a stomp. Because I'm used to that unfair, what I played from vanilla, and imagine when I go with a specific character made for unfair, with mercs in Kenabres. It's gonna be a fucking stomp. Because now it's nerfed. At least I got a taste how it looked like, okay? And I got those videos on my YouTube channel. They're gonna nerf it even more, I'm quite sure of it. But we can always see how it was. Since I played from day one. And it was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Movenik Davis. more ending devas. Or paladins. Slingers, barbarians, conscripts, hell knights, all hell knights. Search. More hell knights, 11k for hell. What are these? Braziers. Duelists, barbarians, light cavalry. Intercept these idiots. That's it. Guess so. Great map, this Ivory Sanctum. Fucking great. Heaven Warriors, 5 more vending devas. Raid for plunder. They also prepare the troops for a raid on Demon's territory, intent on bringing back rich spoils. We added 11,000 finance points, 500 material points, and 100 energy points. Enchanting the Wicked Dope. Holy shit, I also need to level my entire team now. A skilled craftsman can do some work on a relic. The arrival of our archaeologist. We got a new archaeologist in Dresden. It could be Jubilast. Scylla wants to talk. Now it's Scylla quest. Enchanting the Wicked Dope. Banish the dope. Distill the dope. Druids arrived in Dresden from magical rituals over Sulema's relic, where some want to purify it, others revere to the fallen druid and wish to honor him. It's +3 banded armor grants the wearer ferocity, as per the universal master rule. Creature with ferocity remains conscious and can continue fighting even if his hit point total is below 0. The creature is still staggered and loses 1 hit point each round. Creature with ferocity still dies when its hit points total reaches a negative amount equal to its constitution score. And the other one. Wherever this +4 banded armor is hit, the wearer gets a fast healing 1, stacks up to 10 until the end of combat. I don't know, man. I really don't know. We take this one. It drains more the fall of their faithful comrade Sulema. They connected the right of purification over his relic and overpowered the spell put on the item. Scylla wants to talk. Witches. While exploring Cercorian lands, the groups of scouts stumble upon a hidden settlement of exiles, runaway witches and sorcerers practicing forbidden rituals. Criminals in their homeland. They did not welcome the commander's soldiers and made it clear that they did not want anyone meddling in their affairs. Unavailable, you need a pet of a demon. Inform the Order of the Pyre, establish trade with the settlement, destroy the settlement. Leadership. Finance points, establish trade. 7 Hell Knights are recruited at the commander's headquarters. They're practicing forbidden rituals. Criminals in their homeland. Inform the Hell Knights and recruit. Give me Hell Knights. Upon receiving Rigel's report, the Order of the Pyre exterminated the cesspool of witchcraft. Many dangerous exiles remain in the Whirlwind, and thus the Order has sent their representatives to Dresden. Jesus Christ. Xanthir's experiments. The commander came across the notes of Xanthir Vang. Experiments they describe are horrible, inhuman, and intriguing. Xanthir used to submit himself and his victims to metamorphosis in an attempt to become a living swarm united by a single consciousness. The commander can repeat the experiments, but at a very high cost. He will have to expose numerous mortals to painful vivisection, not to mention the fact that the commander himself will be subjected to unbearable suffering. No doubt the horror of the procedure will turn many crusaders away from their leader. Furthermore, there is no certain reward for such a venture. Apart from a better understanding of insect nature and a moderate yet questionable gain in power, the knowledge gleaned from the experiment's outcome will have no practical value, not yet at least. Reduce crusade morale, removes units with a total value of 500. Omelette innovation. An interesting trophy among the quarry that the commander captured in the ivory sanctum. A clutch of the eggs. Dragon eggs. It's common knowledge that such dragons as a rule are malicious by their nature, so nobody wants to hang around for the evil creatures to be born. Citadel's cook has offered to make a giant omelette such as never been tasted before. A feast for all Dresden will certainly lift the morale of the Crusaders. Crusade morale increased by 20. Omelette out of dragon eggs, man. I'm a huge fan of omelettes, okay? From a lot of different types of eggs. But imagine tasting a dragon omelette. What to do? To turn myself into a fucking insect? No. It's not hard on my voice, it's fucking devastating. You see that I'm losing voice in the previous 20 days. Every day my voice gets worse and worse. I can even feel a sore throat from reading that much, you know. I think Owlcat is already working on the next game. What kind of game would be another fantasy CRPG? They are exclusively CRPG devs. So if it's not a new Pathfinder game, then it's gonna be a brand new title. But I wish to see Pathfinder 3 from Owlcat. And do they work on it? I doubt. They got it in plans, they might talk about it and so on, but for now I believe they're patching the game, they're preparing the DLCs, and they're gonna be working on a Wrath of the Righteous for at least a year. And after that, they might start working on a new game too. They just need to stick with this franchise and everything is good. Okay, they just need to stick with this. And they don't need to fix something that is not broken. It's perfect like this. And that's it. No. I don't want to see Pillars 3. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Let them stick with Pathfinder and make it their own game. A lot of devs fucked it up when they wanted to take other franchises and do games that they never did before. In terms of CRPGs, yeah, top 5 for sure. I loved Wasteland 3 also, it was very nice. Divinity Original Sin 2 and 1 were great also in the previous 10 years. Pillars 1 was great. They are good CRPGs, let's be clear. They are very rare, but when they come out, they're usually good. Indeed, they should just expand on this. Nothing else but expanding. Dragons in care. All dragon units get druidic upbringing. Unit has +2 bonus initiative, +1 territory. A clutch of wound. Instead of making an omelette, I can do what? Common knowledge that such dragons as a rule are malicious by their nature, so nobody wants to hang around for evil creatures to be born. A group of druids is ready to relieve the Crusaders of this perilous treasure and take the eggs into their care. In answer to the question of whether the druids would condition the young dragons to be kind creatures that shun violence and do not eat mortals alive, a druid evasively replied that he and his companions should not get in the way of nature. And all dragon units will gain druidic upbringing. Heaven Warriors, Movenik Deivas. What do I do with dragon eggs, man? I can always keep those eggs for the omelette. These Zen-tier experiments, they're fucking disgusting. Listen, usually when players through mods make campaigns, players are not writers. You need a good writer. You know. You really need a good writer when you create a game, a TV show, a movie. If you have a shit writer, it becomes shit. And how many players are actually good writers? Even though if they have an idea how to make a mod for a dungeon or so on. Yeah, but what will you do with writing? You know? Writing is the biggest problem in games, generally. And then it's interpretation. I need a pause. Okay, I've been playing for nearly 6 hours without a break. I need a fucking pause. 3 5-minute stops. And then we're gonna level up. There's a huge level up coming now, level 14. And probably the next act, because I don't see a single map remaining. So that's what's gonna be next. Yeah, I literally need to stretch my legs and stretch my back a bit. 5-10 minute stops, okay? Be right back very fast. Thanks, thanks. I need to pick what I want to do with relics. And Dragon Axe. Enchant the Dirty Squealer. Recruit Movenic Devas. The agents. At least I will strike soon. Solve the puzzles. Elf identity. Seek and ye shall find. Alright. Okay, the Midnight Fane in Dresden. We go beneath Dresden now. Ooh. Solve the riddle for Nenio. Finian's Awakening. Restore Broken Ground. Let's restore the Ancient Cloak. First of all, we TP back to Dresden. How can there be someone on a road when I teleported to Dresden? Whatever. I'm heavily encumbered, can barely move.
I will defend my dream.
Before you, exhausted and seated on the ground, is none other than Born. He looked up to you at a surprise. Commander wasn't expecting to see you here. Appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. But I ask for your help. You notice a sizable amount of blood pooled by his legs. A belt is tied around one leg below the knee, but that doesn't appear to have stopped the bleeding. Assess Thorn's wound. Thorn has lost a lot of blood, judging by the pool around his boot. He should have collapsed into unconsciousness long ago. He must be truly a resilient fighter. So much blood. He should have lost all strength and collapsed by now. How odd. Is he really that strong? Survey the area. Perception. Thorn's strength has failed him at the worst possible time. He's stopped to rest in the middle of an open area, where a deadly arrow may come flying from any direction, and anyone approaching him to help will likewise be in danger. What are you doing here, Thorn? I was tracking Kaelissa. Kaelissa will strike soon. There, Kaelissa will strike soon lasts for 150 hours now. Okay, that's how long it lasts. Literally. Again, we fought, and again she was able to wound me. She's following my trail here as we speak. Approach Ford and help him. Kaelissa, old soldier. Elf seems to have leaped out of thin air. Her commanding shout hitting your ears. It's a trap. Thorn is an assassin of the Winter Council. Watch out, she's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both. Why would Thorn want to kill me? Why did he decide to intervene? Thorn, hold on, I'm coming to help. I believe Kaelissa, Thorn. Your deception ends here. What are you talking about? What trap? His wound is just for show. He's unarmed and full of strength. His goal is to lure you so his cronies can attack you. A better hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment. Kaelissa surveys the seemingly barren landscape suspiciously. An ambush. Who's lying to us, her or our own eyes? Why would Thorn want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. And as for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our people's good name, well, he washes it all away with their blood. Another lie. Will ever tire your deceit, accursed wretch? Why did you decide to intervene? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. Or do you think that since I'm a drow, I don't know the meaning of honor? I believe Kaelissa, Thorn, your deception ends here. How will I do it encumbered though? Thorn rises to his feet. His movements make it obvious that his injured leg was nothing more than a ruse. That's a shame. If you just believe me, this would be over more quickly and less painfully. It is unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt, Ford nods in the direction of the dark elves that have appeared out of the shadows. Why did you ask for my help in your hunt for Kaelissa? I would have preferred not to have involved you in this matter, and to put her to death myself. Then I wouldn't have had to kill you as well. After my first clash with Kaelissa, I realized I didn't have the strength. Thus I decided to use you instead, and I provide some motivation. I set up those skirmishes with a drow so that my words would seem more plausible. I regretted I had to stoop to such baseness, but even more I regretted it was unsuccessful. How could you ally yourself with a drow? Are you a demon worshipper? I did not seek this perverted alliance, yet it was inevitable. These extreme circumstances forced me to end your life, and Nemora also sought your death. So joining forces would be mutually beneficial. If things were different, I would be the first to rise up against her. But it just so happens that you have suddenly become a greater threat to my nation than she is. The Winter Council believes that honor is the perfect shield against any accusations of ignominious acts. Who do you really serve? I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege, it's an obligation that I bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Liar, you serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags. A clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murder the innocent, and then you hide behind words like duty. Thorn, have you gone mad? I was tasked with keeping the secrets Kaelissa discovered from getting out. Knowing your reputation, I was certain that you would otherwise have unearthed them in a short order. Therefore, I had no choice but to do this. No one is to blame for this. It's just the way things turned around. You'll pay for your deception, elf. Can we talk this out? I'm afraid not, Commander. We can't attack. I'm sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order. But circumstances are stronger than our desire. Drow Magus and the 4 Notum case. I'm heavily encumbered. Heavily encumbered.
Mind over muscle.
Now that I'm encumbered on.